Hello everybody, my name is Anthony. Welcome back. Let's play Hearts of Iron 4 Kalterkrieg, Germany. Let us continue on from where we last left off. So, things I think are looking up. I mean, the American Union states are kind of in a stalemate right now with specific states. It's not what I want to see. Obviously, I want to see a complete American Union state stomp. Unfortunately, those pesky Californians are not allowing me to have my sweet victory. But they will, they shall pay the price in due time. It is an inevitability, probably. Aside from that, we are currently... Where is that focus? We're currently trying to get more stuff done internationally. We're going to get ourselves more document output, more factory document output, factory output. Resource efficiency gain goes up a little bit as well, which is always nice. And then maybe we want to go straight into like the nuclear defense treaty. Could be interesting. Could be interesting. And then, of course, we are sending some aid to Vietnam. Because Vietnam currently is at war with Japan. And even though they're not Germany's Asia anymore, I prefer them to not be Japanese East Asia. So, if we can at least have them survive, that would be nice. Now, again, Thailand's not in this war. I don't know if they ever will join. I think if Thailand does join, I think it's going to be like game over immediately. How many troops does Thailand have? 9 to 26 versus... I mean, it's somewhat equal, but again, Japan could just, you know, line all this up with troops. Like, how many troops does Japan have directly? 68 to 137? A significant number would be one way to put it. They have a lot of troops. Storm Thurmond elected in the American Union state. Governor Storm Thurmond has today become the nominee for the AFP and thus the president of the American Union state. After an interesting series of debates, campaign events, and many more exciting events, Storm Thurmond has found himself to be the most powerful seat in the nation. The rhetoric from his campaign has yet to stop either, as it seems dead set on making sure that segregation remains and that Jim Crow stays entrenched in both the state and national policy. President-elect Thurmond has also reclaimed extensive reconciliation and reorientation of civic government programs that critics have said would disproportionately affect African Americans in nearly all matters influenced by the government. He has also pledged to strengthen states' rights for the nations and generous cuts towards government-favored companies such as Ford. What stands out most to many foreign observers is the intention to build closer ties to the pact. While the American Union state has been an isolationist nation, they have shared ties with Germans since the end of the Civil War, and seek to expand upon that while keeping America true to its values. Come what may, Storm Thurmond will do something because it's blocked by the end of the text. Okay, so they have gone that. Is that the national populace? I'd have to assume, or they maybe Eternal Autocrat. I'm not too sure where Storm Thurmond would be placed. I would assume he'd be placed in the national populace, but does not seem like that's the case. Also, looking at this, Montenegro currently is it the militarized zone? Are we going to see a civil war go on in Serbia? Because that was also something I would be very interested in seeing happen. Do you want to do anything with you anymore? Exiled King Drat's dead in traffic accidents. Okay, well, I mean, again, you could just claim anybody, right? Any moment. You watching this right now, you could die tonight in a car accident. It's not impossible. Not impossible. So, with our 25 political power, what do I want to do with you? Let's invest. I mean, these are all so long. We're spending so much civilian factories on this. But, 4 for naval dockyards. Let's go with 16 more oil and 2 civilian factories, which is you. Get that going. Because how many civilian factories are now spending on this nonsense? A lot. I mean, it's so much, it won't even show me the tooltip. It's so big. But we are spending a lot. We only have 25 civilian factories for our own purposes. Which is pretty bad. It's definitely going to slow down our economy a decent amount. But I mean, I want to get these military stuff done. Japan has withdrawn from Indochina. Japanese empire has officially suspended all activity with Indochina, citing strategic realignment. In the former empire of Vietnam, the resurgent Viet Minh rose up from the jungle, causing an all-out war in the region. After prolonged guerrilla conflict, the empire of Vietnam has collapsed. The Japanese forces have been forced to fend for themselves. An agreement seems to be made recognizing the new state of Indochina. Internal POWs have been returned, and Japan's vested interest in South China Sea has been recognized by the revolutionary governments. Okay, so they signed out a white peace. Are they going to form one big country? It's hard to say, because again, no content in this part of the world, really. So, chances are nothing is going to happen, but we'll see. How are all of our units doing? I think they're doing quite well. You guys have still 2 more divisions. Let's send 2 of these infantry down to Crimea. I mean, actually, we can put some more divisions into ground army here on the border of France as well. We do have, can go up to 30. That would be interesting for us as well, because we're saying 90, almost 100 factories on our military right now, which is a lot. It is a lot. Also, we did get our electrification, right? Second World Boom, Middle Europa. Electrification. Is that for you? We have no active laws going on. I mean, it says here. I thought it said that here. Electrification. So actually, is it just this? That's reconstruction. So I don't actually know where those events are located right now. Either way, let's finish you up by going for... I mean, the Nubian deal honestly just seems kind of bad, but we can get more construction speed, which could be good. But let's take you. Excellent. In a widely publicized press report, Germany announced the formation of the Central European Nuclear Defense Treaty, with foreign officials and heads of states from every Reichstag member in attendance for one of the most historic events on the European continent. Germany announced that upon signing the treaty, all members of the Reichspakt will now fall under the German nuclear umbrella, stating openly that any attack against the member states would be subject to the threat of nuclear retaliation, and that any nuclear strike upon the Reichspakt member would receive equal retaliation. Germany also confirmed that nuclear weapons would now be stationed in certain Reichspakt nations, which would agree to host them. An additional infrastructure was being built to facilitate this. Though both the infrastructure and atomic weapons would be controlled by Germany, analysts across the world noted the development with concern, as this marks a significant shift, and for now chills out the possibility of any war in Europe or any potential dislodging of the German hegemon. Well, congratulations, Dominican Republic. By God, you will be getting a handful of nuclear weapons very, very soon. And maybe America as well. We don't want to count out giving the U.S. a handful of nuclear weapons. I mean, not under American control, obviously. We can't let their grubby mitts have it. But we'll try to station nuclear weapons there. Because, like, what are Canada going to do? They probably have nuclear weapons in Italy. Actually, I think they just got a nuke, so I don't know how many they have. But we don't want them to have anything. Italy, Europa. I don't know where those electrification programs is, because they're definitely not in the list right now. That's fine. We don't need it. We don't need it. I mean, we want it a little bit, but we don't need it. Aside from that, Katanga is still basically a stalemate. Because again, I can't really move my troops into there. They can't move their troops into my territory. What if I go up north? Like, what's going on over in this part of the world? We see some Canadians, we see some Congolese troops. Gonna try to push against us. Man, they just have like a lot of men, which is not it's not good. I mean, if we could take Lulebron, that would basically cut off all Accord supplies in the Congo, which would reduce their possibility to do anything at all, and that would be nice. But I don't know how likely that is to occur. Like, if I remove you here, because it is only 2 provinces. 2 provinces in the scorching, I guess it's January, so it's probably not that hot. Oh, never mind, it's still 24. But, we have 1 division here. If I were to, like, to move you, can I please click? Thank you. Because you are definitely a weaker troop. And if I can just take Lulebron, that will cut your supplies off, because their next supply hub, I think, is the capital of Leopoldville, which is very, very, very far away. Yeah, because this is for reconstruction. That is not for... because these don't do anything. Oh, wait, no, there it is. It is down here. I'm stupid. Nuclear defenses, get this AA guns. Extend nuclear defenses to the Kingdom of Poland. Let's send those to I don't see the Dominican Republic in here, unfortunately. I would love to send nukes to them. Okay, let's send out invitations to everybody. We'll invite the Ottomans. We'll invite South Africa and Tangika in here. Apparently, Bulgaria, we can't invite them due to the fact that they're legionary now. 270 days to get the 1 civilian factory, huh? Okay, looks like the Ottoman Empire did join. We're happy to see that. Are they in the Reichspakt? No, but they do have Middle Europa membership, and that's basically good enough. Do you guys have Middle Europa membership? I mean, I sent out the invitation. I guess you guys said no because you hate me so much. To electrification in Belgium and in Denmark. We're currently at 52 points right now. Balance of power is very much in our favor. But it has been a while since we've actually had a victory. The last victory we had was Morocco. Which was certainly a while ago. Tensions are still okay. Air control is done. What else do we want? Ballistic computer, research speed 8%. You don't do anything, it looks like. I mean, we could go for 54 techs now. Not that big of a penalty. So you know what? Let's do that. Let's get factory output plus 10%. George Marshall has been elected president of the Pacific States. Following a nearly unprecedented national race, George Marshall has formally been elected as a new president of the Pacific States. And with him comes the first Republican administration in history of the Pacific States. Running on a platform of national recognition of the man who saved the Pacific States during the Second American Civil War, as well as his credibility as a political moderate, Marshall swept into office with significant popularity. Not least of which was stemmed from the desire for the Pacific populace to see change after nearly 16 years of progressive administrations. Marshall, during his inauguration, made calls for national unity in the face of increasing international incidents and pressures. He also made clear his commitment to continue these policies of his predecessors, which benefited the Pacific people, while also ensuring the defense from the longest forces along the Rocky Mountain border. So again, I don't know when the when do you get elected here? Always false. McMath. Thurmont's conservatives. Trade relations go down. Okay. So again, it might theoretically be broken again. He was the president-elect, so I'm assuming in a few days we might see him become the leader. First among equals, which I think is something we might want to do. I mean, that 10 factory cost is pretty significant. And you don't do anything. Popularity conservatives go up. American New State right now is not social conservative. But you know what? Let's embed some German sympathizers in Congress. If Storm Thurmond is the conservative, then he would be willing to join our faction. Because the Orthodox authoritarian democratic. So is Storm Thurmond supposed to be like more conservative than the Orthodox or less conservative? I mean, it's hard to kind of tell right now on the ideological scale. But we shall see, we shall see. And I'm stunned that you have not won your war yet. Like, it really seems at this point you should have won. I don't know what your problem is. I mean, I guess we could theoretically send... Let's just break their ciphers as well. Oh, we're decrypting you right now. Oh, you know what? You probably got unencrypted because it's been so long. But let's decrypt some of the provisional government's information as well. Just in case we do need to go to war with one of them. Current tensions right now, it's 79.25. Like, it's pretty high. The tensions are definitely mounting. Let's send some more artillery there as well. 79.75. Give me some better logistic companies for you. We have so many ciphers. And I don't even know what to do with them all. Like, Argentina, do you have focus tree? No. So I'm not too sure when this war will break out. I mean, I guess it might not have to break out. It could theoretically just, you know, they could just be neutral forever. Which is not what I want, but it is a possibility. So we have 12 days left on you. First among equals. Anti-Cordis games gives some extra attack. Coordination goes up, a little more population factor. That allows me then to go towards Socialist Revolution in Serbia. Huh. In a shocking development, reports have emerged that Serbia has fallen to socialist revolutionaries. These revolutionaries originally rose up in the wake of the Montenegro uprising and soon spread across the country, while the paralyzed government was helpless to react. Revolutionaries have been able to successfully seize key buildings and infrastructure across the country, and soldiers are reportedly defecting to revolutionaries. Violence has broken out across the country, as firefights are reported in every city. It is unclear in some cases who's winning the struggle. Both Germany and the United Kingdom have stated they are monitoring the situation, but intervention appears unlikely. Observers fear that many will die before order is restored, and the chaos subsides. Maybe we want to lead by example. I mean, it does... Well, we can still do these two as well. And that allows us to point a military mission, and that doesn't cost us civilian factories. We get defense. Land doctrine cost goes down a little bit as well. Ireland has declared full neutrality. Today, Dublin Emon de Vera has announced to foreign and domestic journalists that Ireland is pursuing a non-partisan foreign policy. You sons of guns. I mean, it's still political ties with us, but that might change in a moment. Okay, what else can we do with you? Construction speed goes up? Sure, why not? 35 days, pretty cheap. And I want my stuff going as quickly as possible. We prepared our coup. Commence? It'll be deadly. Romania is not currently in civil war. All the following must be true. Game rule core is set to against AI only. Sure. You know, let's try this. Let's commence the operation. This will be done on the 26th of August. We got about 6 months left to go. And quarterly growth is set up to 1.55. 0.5% of our current number of civilian factories modified by construction speed. Okay. Excellent. I love making money. So I'm happy to see it. For our technology, let's go for better field hospitals. When you are finished, I guess we'll take chance to receive critical hits minus 10%. We'll probably not spend... Well, I mean, we can't even spend the naval power, so we don't need to worry about that at all. SAM missiles are ready to go. Static A defense will go up by a decent amount, but it will cost our A's a little bit more money, which is a bit of a shame, but is okay. For the rest of you, Pelicans, Priest, better helicopters. You're all 56 textile, which I can't really afford. It's expensive. You know, we could try to build some new boats. 128 days, honestly, is not a not that high of an ask. Get more tungsten from China. Let's get more aluminum from not Ukraine anymore. Let's get from the Dutch. We want to make sure we're kind of trading with as many people as possible. We don't want to put all of our eggs into one singular basket. And there we go. Storm third month. The Conservatives are now in charge, which means that we can now have a special relationship with the American Union state. Longism has roots in national isolationism. Not everybody will embrace our close relationship, but that's fine. That's okay. Storm third month. We will be friends. 183 days left until you're ready to go. I really thought the Civil War would have been over by now. I thought they would have killed the Great Lakes. They would have killed New England, and then would just very easily walk over. Is this a civil war? So this is for Serbia. 2K units will be removed. Political power plus 50. Albania will join. Okay, so this is actually aligning Albania to our interest. Again, I don't know what it actually says. I don't know the ramifications here. So this will be... This is probably being like, we're not getting involved at all, but I do want to get involved. So let's send 2,000 rifles to Albania. They now have some political ties to us, which is great. Thing is, we don't really want a socialist government in Europe. Like, we've already got one in Norway. We don't need two. So if we can crush them as quickly as possible, I think that will be nice. Anything else we want to do with you? Defense. Sure, let's get more civilian economy, intelligence networks. Could bolster us up a decent amount. So we have 146 days on you. I have no idea if it'll actually work in any meaningful way. But it definitely will be interesting to see. So you're not 82. So I'm guessing the Entente are also currently bolstering tensions. There we go. Send more equipment to the American Union stage, currently at 89.5. But I don't know what 100 does. It might literally do nothing. So obviously you need, one of these needs, they need tension to be high. Yeah, but the fact that this requires you to be, like, losing more territory is annoying. I really can't do anything. Can I, like, I can't send you volunteers. I can't send you aircraft. I can't send you anything. Anthony Eden has resigned. After a 7-year tenure, Prime Minister Anthony Eden has resigned. Eden cited his ongoing battle with an undiagnosed health condition, which was apparently left him unable to adequately carry out the duties to king and country. Suspicions that the long-serving leader has been forced by a Conservative Party were left unaddressed. A close friend of King Edward VIII, Anthony Eden, was elected Prime Minister in 1946 by an exiled contingent of Canada. During his tenure, Eden oversaw the end of the Second Kalterkrieg, culminating in the homecoming of 1947. Following this, he has presided over the reconstruction of the Home Isles, narrowly surviving an assassination attempt in 1949 that left him permanently scarred and weak. Though technically one of the most successful prime ministers ever, Eden has always dogged by unpopularity due to the weakness of his leadership and supposed capitulation to the German Empire. His successor will be chosen in the coming days. Okay. Well, let's keep on getting this tension up and see if it does anything. But I will say, at least right now, this is going to be a good time for us to end off for today. So if you enjoyed, more thumbs up. Not enjoying, you can always thumb down. If you want to see more, subscribe, and goodbye.